I think we're live now. Woo! So this is okay. Here we go.
For sure it's the right one.
Yes, it's the right one, of course. Okay, we're live. Guys, we are so sorry we are late. We're about 20 minutes late. But here we are, super happy to be with you because we are on our, what, Randy, seventh live already. And we've had a lot of good, like it has been successful. The reality, people are asking, people are writing us. And actually, just for you to know, last week we did a Tulum episode about what were the most impressive opportunities right now. And we said that today we were going to do some Puerto Morelos properties. But the reality is that we had to keep on with Tulum just because, yeah, that last Thursday we did had four offers coming from our live for a property that was listed. Hold on. What's going on? Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Something is happening. Something is happening very weird. Uh, Should I close this? Okay, just what? Please be patient. Okay, should I close this? No. What do I do, guys? Technical problem. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, yeah, maybe. Can you check if everybody's listening? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry this happens. Let's see. Okay, you check. All right, so we will continue. And we were talking that last week we did had some very interesting properties, and we did had four offers on the table. At the end, obviously, the highest offer won, and today we're closing with one of our clients that wrote us directly. So pay attention to this one because of course there were clients that offered and they couldn't arrive to the price. So we decided to search again and see which are the most interesting properties in Tulum right now. Okay, so let's start. I'm so excited. So if you are, whoa, here we go, very fast. So if you're new here, just for you to know, I'm Carla Torres. With me here is Brandy Fry, and we have been in the area for more than 10 years, showcasing the best properties in the beach areas in Mexico. And right here, we're seeing a little bit about the images of what Tulum is. Overall, we already saw it in our last video, so if you want to go again and see it, you can go and see it. It's beautiful, Tulum, and we really think that today's market, it is an opportunity market just because we are on the lower cycle of the market, right? Today's
Correction.
opportunities, we're in the market correction. Tulum is still Tulum. Tulum is still beautiful. We have beautiful nature, so it's gonna pick up again, and I don't think it's gonna take so long. So anything, any opportunity that is valuable in terms of price, location, beautifulness in architecture, and what is delivering, and you get it on a good price, it is a good deal. So you have to take advantage of this. Okay, I'm gonna take this video off and go with the first property. Randy, are you ready?
Yes, let's go.
Here we go.
Okay, so the first property we're looking at today is located in Region 15, just about 5 minutes from Calle Siete and La Valeta, which is one of the most vibrant areas in Tulum with restaurants, cafes, and boutiques. So to reach the property, all the roads are paved except for the final 200 meters, which is still typical for this area, but overall the access is very good. Okay. What I really like about the project is that it is a boutique project. There's only 8 houses in total, so it feels quiet, private, and very residential. And the first thing you're noticing here when you walk in is really the coziness of the design. The developers used a lot of natural materials like jacum walls, stone, and beautiful wood finishes, which creates that elegant Tulum villa feeling. So here in the kitchen, everything is made with Rosa Morada wood, which is a beautiful hardwood. One detail that I love is that the refrigerator is hidden behind these panels, so the whole space feels very clean and integrated. You also have these large pocket glass doors that go from floor to ceiling, which allow a lot of natural light to enter into the area and make the space feel connected. So there's those floor to ceiling windows. Next to the kitchen, you also have a hidden laundry area and a guest bathroom, which keeps everything very functional without interrupting the design of the home. Then, as we go from the living room, you walk directly out into this large garden area surrounded by natural rock, walls, and greenery. You also have a seating space outside, which is perfect for enjoying the sun filtered through the trees. This is where you could start your morning with your coffee or maybe a little moment for meditation. It's a beautiful little garden space. The living area itself is very spacious, and one thing that works really well for this layout is that you have a bedroom on the ground floor, which we're about to go in and see.
Yeah, it's a little bit slow the video because of connection thing, but you can see it. If it's slow, it's better so that you can see every detail. I love this design, like this amount of love put in a project. You don't see it a lot.
So here is the bedroom that is located on the ground floor. It also has a door that opens into the outdoor space. And you can also see a small desk there that Carla's pointing out. So perfect if you were looking to work from home. The closets here are also designed with ventilated fabric, which helps prevent humidity from affecting your clothes. Something that is super useful here and in this climate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're slowly.
One of the things that I love is the beams on the ceiling.
Mhm.
This gives it also like a very hacienda-like
Mhm.
feeling as a Mexican hacienda. I'm touching the wall so that you can see also the chucum feel, which is very natural. It gives it a very earthy look.
Yes. So as we arrive up here on the second floor, this is where you're really going to start to appreciate the scale of the home. So the total construction of this villa is 371.85 square meters, which is just over 400,000 square feet. So the bedrooms and terraces are going to feel really spacious. So up here you have 2 additional bedrooms, both with ensuite bathrooms, and both have access to this huge wraparound terrace. The terrace is south facing, so if you love sunlight, this is the perfect place to set up some loungers and really enjoy the sun while still being surrounded by the trees.
Yeah, this is a beautiful terrace. Very wide, wrap around.
And then the windows throughout the home also have this retro style field frames, which gives the house a lot of character as well, which is really nice. And then as we go into the primary bedroom bathroom, there is also a built-in jacuzzi bathtub, which is a really nice feature and not something you often find in a lot of homes here in Tulum. Mostly stand-up showers, so actually having access to a bathtub is really nice, especially if you like to take baths.
You can do the famous ice baths. Very famous in this area.
Both of the bedrooms include the ventilated closets and the small desk area, so the layout works again really well for anyone who is spending time here and working remotely. And then here we're just entering into the third bedroom. Again, checking out those closets, really spacious for a third bedroom. Have the work desk space and access to that same terrace we saw from the other bedroom.
Exactly. That's nice. So the reality is that in terms of a price per square meter, this property, it is a steal. It is a steal because it will cost you more to construct, to buy a lot and to construct than buying this. We're talking about that it's around 1,000 and a little bit more, less than $1,100 the square meter. Okay, so it is actually very interesting. There were some clients that were asking me like anything that is below the price of construction, send it to me. Well, here there is. We're gonna show you a little bit about the amenities that we didn't see them.
And we didn't get to see the rooftop.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Sorry about the connection, guys. We're in Tulum, so it's okay. Here we go.
Okay, so finally we're up here on the rooftop area, which again is really designed for enjoying outdoor living. You have a plunge pool, a lounge area, you have a covered terrace where you can set up. There is a grill and dining table on the other side. So it's a really great space for entertaining or just for relaxing and enjoying your surroundings. And this property sits inside a secure development. It also has a central pool and lots of preserved green areas and trees. So the entire project is very calm and very relaxing. Now, the reason we actually think this villa is a really interesting opportunity is because of the price. So right now, there's a very similar villa in the same project listed for around $460,000. So the price we're showing today is significantly below that developer price point. And the price of this villa is only $399,000 USD. Another thing that we know is that one of the villas here is already operating very successfully as a rental property. So the flexibility of living here part-time and renting it out the rest of the year works really well with this location. And based on the numbers we've seen, this property has the potential to perform at around 12% return on investment at this price point. Of course, we can't go into all the rental details during the live, but if you send us a DM afterwards, we're happy to share the rental performance numbers with you.
Yes, because you have to remember that Airbnb is not for everyone. So don't think that you buy a studio or a one bedroom in Tulum, completely cookie cutter building, and you will rent and do a lot of money. Of course not. Airbnb is very, very specific on it has to create an experience. People are looking for an experience. Obviously, if you just think about it, if you go and travel around, first of all, the person that is booking the Airbnb would be the wife, the girlfriend. It's the woman looking for these beautiful, cozy spaces and this, the art of architecture at the end. So this is a house that will always be rented and will be rented really well. And we do have the numbers for the house that is in that same area, and you will be very surprised. I don't love to promise any return of investment, of course. I don't, but when I see a proper house completely developed, already constructed, ready to deliver, and then see the neighbor doing those numbers, then I'm able to show you and see, hey, this is what you could be doing, and just do the right things for administration, and that will do. What do you
100%.
think? Okay, so we have a question while I'm uploading the next video, and it says, oh, hello from Los Angeles, Efren. Hi. Why are some development companies stopping construction in Tulum? So that's very interesting, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so remember that there was hype in Tulum about all the developments and that you will buy something, rent it on Airbnb, and you will become rich. Yes, that made that the offer and the prices of each property went up. Okay, so it went super high, and the reality is that some very horrible buildings were selling at a price point that they were still selling actually because they were affordable in that moment, but they weren't really worth it. So now with the market correction and that now that we're seeing opportunity prices of very beautiful opportunities that are being sold on a lower price, obviously these buildings that are cookie cutter buildings are not selling at all. That's the thing. Like people don't want to buy other boxes similar to each other. So of course there's a lot of developers that came here to the area, and they started developing with pre-sale money, and that is very risky. So personally, I don't like when developers don't have their own money, of course, because they depend completely on the buyers down payments and pre-construction payments in between to finance the building. So it is very sad, but yes, there's some buildings that are not finishing, and that's the risk of the pre-sales, and hope you're not in that situation. Okay.
And during our lives, we're only presenting resale opportunities.
Exactly. So resale opportunities or lots. That's very important. So right now I'm showcasing you this beautiful lot, which is actually very interesting because you will see, okay, this property is 10,000 square meters, which is 1 hectare, okay, or roughly 2.47 acres. And it's listed for only 25 million pesos, which is approximately $1.4 million. The location is fantastic. The lot sits just 1 block away from Kukulkan Road. Okay, this is the road that takes you directly to the ocean. I'll show it here with my red pen. Okay, so that you can see. It is in a strategic area with like easy beach access. That's the important part. So you can already see surrounding buildings and development around the property. This confirms that there is growth potential in this area. And now, if you look at the typical numbers here, finished residential units, as we saw there, for example, Mystic Gardens, Mystic Premium, and other very well-known buildings there, they are selling for around $2,000 per square meter, which this shows the kind of value this location can support long term. Okay. That said, I'll be super honest right now. Obviously, it's not necessary to rush into building right now because of what I'm telling you. There's a lot of offer. We don't need more in this moment. But the real opportunity today is it's buying the land in the right place, okay, in the right location with easy access to the beach, easy access to commercial areas, in a good location. So this is where this property becomes extremely attractive if you are a developer or if you're just looking for land banking. So, so for you to understand what is the opportunity here in terms of the price, many comparable lots in this area are currently listed between $250 and $300 per square meter. Okay, but this lot is only $100 per square meter, or a little bit more, $130 per square meter approximately. Okay, which is almost 1/3 of the price of the other listings. So, what do you think? There are some smart strategies that I will tell you that what I think you could do with this land. One option is, of course, land banking, simply securing the land at a great price and holding it while the area continues to develop, while the cycle recovers, while time passes, and you will get a super, like, at the end, this land, it doesn't cost you any HOA, any expenses, only the tax, which you will know that it's super super low here in Mexico. So you could do one option would be land banking, and another option, which is something very interesting to do just right now, is subdividing the property. Okay, just subdividing it into little lots and sell in the individual lots. You only have to do a little bit of investment on urbanism, like paving maybe the roads, doing sidewalks, obviously connecting the light. There will be some investment, but if you subdivide, right now there is a strong demand for buyers looking for individual lots to build houses. So you can sell parcels for around $200 to $250 per square meters, which will sell super fast because around the area you can see prices up to $350 per square meter and a little bit further away, of course, and deep in the jungle. So for me, this could likely move very quickly only if you subdivide. Okay. So with these numbers, this means that you could potentially double the value simply through subdivision with relatively minimal investment compared to creating a full development. So as you can see, it's a good, really good opportunity. If your strategy is long-term land banking or subdividing and then reselling, at the end, this is an opportunity to secure land in a growing area with a very attractive price. What do you think? Interesting, no? Okay, friend, thank you for answering my question. Unfortunately, I'm one who invested in a pre-sold name. I know that project it's very bad. Hunab Residences, and now they've stopped construction for the last 2 years. Yes, and can you believe there's something I have to tell you? Like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I had a client calling me and asked me for a condo there, that they were reselling a condo there for an extremely good price in that project. And Carla in my team was telling, like, please don't invest there. They're not delivering, and there's people that still with those risks will go. He wasn't hearing us at the end. If you don't want to hear a good
If you don't want to listen to,
if you don't want to listen
good advice,
to good advice, well, there's the the risk. Okay, so I'm gonna show you another very beautiful condo, and this is Brandy.
but before we start the tour, I want to say something quickly about this property.
Okay.
So this property is a literal steal. And the reason that we're saying that is because of the price. So because of how good the price is, we are actually expecting offers from other brokers to come in this week already. So if this property catches your eye while we're going through the tour, make sure you send us a DM right away so we can share the details with you.
Yes, and Jay is saying hello from Ontario.
I'm from Ontario, Jay.
All right, so let me put this one right here.
Okay, so let's get into the property. So the penthouse is located in Aldea Zema, which is essentially the center of Tulum. A lot of people love Aldea Zema because of the infrastructure that's already established. You have paved streets, sidewalks, underground electricity lines, power sewage system, and there's also this really great commercial area nearby. So you have cafes, restaurants, and everyday services within walking distance. Now, the penthouse is actually located inside a gated community with controlled access and security with a smaller residential enclave called Aldea Maya. And one of the things that I personally love about this property is the design of the penthouse itself. In my opinion, this is exactly how a penthouse should be designed. So when you take the elevator up, you are arriving directly to the upper floor area where you have this terrace.
And we're gonna see in a moment
a little peek of it. So you have this terrace, you have the pool, and this is really the part of the home where you're going to end up spending most of your time. So you have this beautiful wraparound terrace, which creates that indoor-outdoor living experience that people come to Tulum for. You can open everything up, and the entire space is going to fill in with all that natural light. Over to our left here, we have a kitchen, which is perfectly sized for a 2-bedroom penthouse, and it connects directly with the dining area and the pool and the terrace, so the whole space feels really open and social. And a detail that I really love about this penthouse is this stone wall that's next to the staircase. It adds a lot of texture and character to the space.
It does have also the beams, but I don't
think we got to see those. There's beautiful wood beams up on the ceiling as well. All right, so now we're going to head down to the bedrooms. So the secondary bedroom, which we're entering into here, can actually function as an independent lock-off studio, which is a feature that I really love about the property. So it's going to have its own entrance and a lock-off door, so you can operate completely separate from the rest of the apartment. And the reason why this lock-off works so well is because it's truly independent. It has its own kitchenette, its own dining space, a small living area, and of course the bedroom and ensuite bathroom. So if you want to live on one side and rent the other, or rent the entire property with flexibility, this layout gives you a ton of options. And then we're going to slowly today make our way. Oh, here we're going to take a look. So this is the second entrance. So also has elevator access, so you can go up to the second floor and enter into this apartment completely separate, which is amazing.
Mhm.
We're just a little bit stalled here with our video uploading.
Here we go. Okay, give me 1 second. So, yeah, in terms of like essence, with you're also using, there were also
Too far.
chukum walls.
Lots of natural materials in this penthouse as well. So shakun walls. We have the natural wood beams upstairs. The natural stone wall. Can go a little further.
Yeah, we can go to the bedroom, right?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. The secondary bedroom. We're going, guys. Be patient.
Lives always
Here,
fun.
this is the secondary.
Well, the primary bedroom, the bedroom that would go with the living space upstairs.
Mhm.
So it also has its own ensuite bathroom. So the total size of this penthouse is 157 square meters, which is roughly 1,690 square feet. So for 2-bedroom penthouse, you can actually, that's a lot of space, both interior and outdoor. And another thing that I really love about this development is all of the greenery. So you're going to notice how many trees you see from the terraces, and that's because this project sits on one of the prime lots inside Aldea Maya. The zoning requires that there's 5 meters of green space between each building, which helps preserve these open jungle views.
Mhm.
This development is also very boutique. So there's 7 units in total. So it feels very private, very residential. And also a part of Aldea Maya, there's shared amenities, including a palapa space used for yoga sessions and massages. And there is a small pool. So now the information that we've been waiting for, how much does this penthouse cost?
Mhm.
This 2-bedroom penthouse is currently listed at $215,000, down from its original listing price of $375,000 USD.
Wait, what? Can you repeat it, please? Because maybe you didn't understand the real opportunity that this is, guys.
So this is a huge opportunity. Like we said at the beginning, this is a steal, and we really don't expect this to stay on the market for very long.
Yes, if you don't want to spend that much, however, you need a 2-bedroom, like beautiful views. The interior is very well done. Boutique project, very close to commercial area. You can go walking distance to commercial area. I think this would be amazing. Also, remember that Aldea Sama at the end, it's like the epicenter of Tulum. Yes, you will go to downtown super easily. You will go to La Veleta super easily. You could even bike or walk. There's a new paddle court there in Aldea Sama. Everybody loves it because it's very well located, just in the center. So even if you want to go to the beach, downtown Veleta, or to the north area of the Jaguar Park, this is really good. Really, really good. What do you think?
I love it.
You love it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a bonus. Remember our first live, the reality is that we didn't advertise it so much. Why? Because we were very nervous and we just did it. It's not very well done. We showcased 3 houses. One of them is sold. Actually, as you can see, the properties that we are showcasing in our lives, they are sold within 1 week or 2 weeks. So it's you have to see the live so that you can ask me, is it available? And I'll tell you. But there was one house that was sold, and there was another house that I told you it's almost, like, I think it will go in the next week. The reason it didn't go on to the next week is because there was a reservation, and then at the end it fell through. Okay, so I'm gonna show it to you right now. So okay, we're gonna see it just like that. I'm sorry, but this is a house that we're explaining designed by Nicola. Super fast this video just for a reminder. If you want to see the whole explanation, go and see it on our first live. Okay, it's a second property on our list. But as you can see, it is very well designed. A lot of light entrance, big windows, 3 bedroom plus an office, which makes it almost 4 bedrooms. It's like a bedroom. You have a pool downstairs. You have terraces of the bedrooms. You also have a rooftop with a beautiful area. So you have friends, beautiful balcony in the area of Holistica. Okay, and this property went down, guys. Went down again because the owner again needs to sell. I'm gonna show you exactly just for me to not get confused. Stay with me because I'm gonna give you a very interesting price. Here we go. Are you ready? How many square meters do you remember? Okay.
I think it was
340, something like that.
something like
Okay.
that, yeah.
So this one will go for only $460,000, a 4-bedroom villa. The reality is that this one it is also a steal. I know that normally we only showcase 3 properties, but I really had to show you this.
Yeah.
So I think we will go super
It's a
fast.
great opportunity.
So guys, actually my Carla just sent me a text and said, as one client said, no? Like Irma said, when the river is muddy, it's when fishermen make the most profit. And it's true. On the lower cycle, we have to catch the opportunities. And here they are.
Yes, and like we always like to tell our clients who are interested in Tulum, Tulum is for the people who love Tulum, have fallen in love with Tulum, and want a property here, or it's for investors who are able to identify what value a low market cycle brings and can see the long term.
Exactly, because people are accustomed to see advertised in Instagram, in YouTube, everywhere, like properties with the normal prices. And yes, there's a lot of people who buy on higher prices, but there's always the people that are searching for opportunities, and here you will see them with us every Thursday. So I cannot tell you what we're seeing on the next live because I'm not sure if we're gonna do Puerto Morelos or Playa because everybody is asking us for both. We're gonna plan. Stay tuned and see you in our next live.
Bye.
Bye.